Imagine a moment in movie history that shocked the world so much that people could not stop talking about it. That is exactly what happened with Linda Blair. She was just a teenager, but what she did on screen left nothing to the imagination and made audiences gasp literally. Yes, you heard that right. Linda Blair shocked millions in ways that went far beyond ordinary acting. But how did a young girl become the face of one of the most talked about films in history? And why do people still remember it decades later? Stick around because the story is more fascinating than you might think. Linda Blair was only 14 years old when she starred in The Exorcist, a movie that changed horror forever. Most people were used to monsters or ghosts, but this was different. It was not just scary, it was shocking in a way that made viewers sit at the edge of their seats, unable to look away. The role required Linda to play a girl possessed by something completely terrifying. And here is the thing, she did not just act scared. She became the scary part of the story herself. Now, you might be wondering, how could a young girl handle such a scary role? The answer is not just talent. It is about commitment. Linda Blair gave everything she had to this performance. Every scream, every strange movement, every shocking moment on screen came from hours of hard work with the director. She wanted the audience to feel fear in the deepest way possible. But here is where it gets even more interesting. Many of the scenes were so intense that people actually fainted in theaters. Schools had to warn students before showing the movie. People were literally gasping, covering their eyes, and even leaving the cinema in panic. That is how powerful her performance was. Linda did not just play a role. She became a symbol of pure terror. The scene where her character levitates above the bed was not just special effects or camera tricks. It was carefully planned and executed to make viewers astonished. And the most talked about part, well, let us just say it shocked everyone because no one expected a child actor to handle it with such intensity. People still talk about it today. Fans, critics, and even actors say that Linda Blair's performance in The Exorcist is one of the most memorable in horror history. Why? Because she made it real. She did not hide behind special effects or makeup. She became the story. But being part of such a shocking film was not easy. Linda faced a lot of challenges. Imagine being a teenager and suddenly seeing your name in every newspaper. Everyone was talking about the movie and about her. Some people loved her performance. Others thought it was too much, too shocking, too extreme. Even more, the role affected her life off-screen. Some say she had a hard time dealing with the fame and the intensity of playing a possessed girl at such a young age. But through it all, she stayed strong. And that is why her work continues to inspire actors today. Here is a fact that might surprise you. Many people do not realize just how professional she was at such a young age. Shooting some of the most intense scenes could have been dangerous or overwhelming. But Linda followed every instruction perfectly. She trusted the crew, the director, and herself to make the story believable. And it worked. The movie was not just a success. It became a cultural phenomenon. People still study her performance in acting classes. They watch The Exorcist not only to get scared, but to see how a young actor can carry such a heavy, demanding role. Linda Blair proved something important. Age does not define talent. A young girl can deliver a performance that shocks millions and stands the test of time. Her bravery, dedication, and ability to fully commit to her role made her unforgettable. Even decades later, people still watch the movie and gasp. Her name is remembered because she did not hold back. She made sure every scene counted. That is exactly why her work is still talked about in Hollywood today. So, what can we learn from Linda Blair? First, never underestimate the power of dedication. Second, fear can be real on screen if an actor truly believes in their role. And finally, sometimes shocking the world is not just about the story. It is about how much heart and effort someone puts into telling it. Linda Blair did not just shock audiences. She made history. And whether you have seen The Exorcist once or 10 times, her performance still makes people gasp. That is the mark of a true legend in film. So next time someone talks about scary movies, remember this. It was not just the story or the effects that made people scream. It was the fearless young girl who left nothing to the imagination. Linda Blair, at just 14, showed the world how unforgettable true talent can be. Thanks for watching. If you love stories of actors who changed history, make sure to stay tuned for more. And remember, sometimes the most shocking performances come from the most unexpected places.